What's up, guys and gals? It's your boy Jeff coming to you with another episode of Extreme Nerd Table, guys. Well, let's see who joins me today. I sent out some invites, so let's see. I the chance got to read this. Thought it was, I actually enjoyed it. Actually liked it. So that was pretty cool. This Scout book was pretty cool. Apocalyptic type book. So that was a pretty cool read. Still have to read all this. What's up, guys? What's everybody up to today? That's cool. What's up, comic man Andy? Long time no see. What's up, BB? Not doing much. Just talking about what I'm going to be reading to probably end up this week or after I get off of here. Let's see if anybody joins me today. So these guys I still need to read. Ink Blot I still need to read. Crossovers I still got to read. And then if you guys are getting crossover, this white cover has a couple of different secret variants with different image comics in that she's reading. So I picked up the Savage Dragon one, but there's a God Country, Spawn, Walking Dead. So there's a lot of secret variants with this one. Still got a rig ink blot. That's good to know. Yep. And then picked up Knock 'em Dead. Knock 'em Dead. Picked up Future State, Swamp Thing. So these guys I still got to read. Hey, hey. Nope. It doesn't look like it. So far, nobody's messaged me back and nobody's hopped on. So, and picked up Eternals. Could end up reading this. A lot of people have been saying it's okay. And then I picked up this Venom cover, Venom Alien cover. Oh, there he is. Yeah, nobody else wanted to pop on, I guess. They're all busy.
Busy. It's Sunday night in a pandemic. There's not even football on, is there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm
not even.
not a sports nerd.
Yeah, I'm not either. So,
So did you
yeah.
pick up the litany of future state books this week?
Nope. I only picked up one. I wanted to check out the Swamp Thing one. I was curious about that one.
I have that one. It is one of my next ones to read here.
Me too. You're not the only one. I am too. I still got all this to read.
So, funny thing, if you picked up Wonder Woman Future State, if you ever watched or read the Naruto manga, Yara Flor reminds me of Naruto.
Ah, okay.
or
I
rather
ca-
young Naruto, like from the first few volumes when he's basically a good kid,
right,
but bit of a dumbass, kind of wants to cause trouble just to cause
right.
trouble. That's Yara Floor.
Okay. So, did you end up getting this?
Yep.
You know, there's like a bunch of secret variants with this too, right?
There's like 20 of them, depending on the Savage Dragon, Walking Dead
Right,
cover.
right, right,
I think crossover is the normal cover, but then you have the
right,
crossover Infinity, where it's the same cover over and over and
right,
over.
right. That drove me nuts. I'm like, dude, there's that many. I just want one. I just wanted to read it. I didn't want nothing.
Yeah, no, when it comes to that many of those types of Infinity, well, I want to call it Infinity, despite the fact there is a Infinity cover. If they have so many different types of variant covers, it kind of nullifies which one is more important over another.
And then I picked up this.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So yeah, I still got to read it. I meant to go read them this week, but I've been tired. The work's been crazy over there anyway. So yeah. Smiley Troy's in the chat. VV's in the chat. Comic book Andy's in the chat.
Support.
Yeah,
Hey, Connecticut.
yeah.
Hey,
And
smell.
Connecticut in the yeah. And then these are all VV's AOK. The AOKs I got last week. Yep. So I got the Superman 123 for Randall. I still haven't gotten to see them yet. So yeah, I still need to go end up seeing them eventually. And this the white one. Yep. And then this m- foil cover of yep. Reprinted Turtles 1. Alex Ross cover. And the Michelle Pfeiffer Lady Death cover. That's it. Yep. Michelle. I always now I call this the Michelle Pfeiffer Lady Death.
That looks very close. Close
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah. But I'm thinking about sending this off to CGC since Eastman's gonna be over there since the cutoff is February 15th.
I
Since
mean,
this
why
is a
the hell
German,
not?
yeah, it's the German edition. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool to get it signed and graded.
Even if it's not the first print or 25th print or even
Yeah,
55th print, it's still
right.
a rad cover and yeah, worth it.
Yeah, yeah, and German edition at that. So
Ooh,
never know. Yeah,
like
yeah,
heritage.
yeah. It's German edition. So that'd be cool. Oh, and I picked these up. The only two things I read this week.
Oh, I still have yet to read Scout's Honor.
Yeah, Scouts Honors. Oh, Scouts Honors pretty cool. Uh, pretty much like something like apocalypse happens, and then that's all I'm saying. And then pretty much Boy Scouts become like the Walking Dead type thing. Like they end up running things and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have the book out because it literally was the next thing I was going to be reading.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
So just
and then
examine some art in it.
yeah.
And don't want to spoil story for anybody, but looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, picked up a shit ton of stuff this week, but I also got in a package from Tacoma, got in a package from Lady Fantastic. So now I have like all the DC Universe variants. I mean, not all, it just feels that way.
Right.
I have a short box right here that I
Uh
still need to get a short box for.
huh.
These are all from here all the way down are all DC Universe variants.
uh
Last year in January, this same time, you know how many I had?
yeah. So what are your plans this year? Like your 2021 list or whatever it is?
So 2021 list, right out the gate, since we're going to be getting these checks, one would hope. It's 600, 2,000, who knows? I'll take it. But first thing out the gate, I want to either get the Hulk 181 or the GSX one right away because there's
Right,
a ton of stuff I still want to get. Yeah, I still want to get the Hulk one, or rather the ASM 129.
right.
That can wait a little bit longer because that will go up and down. But those GSX one, the Hulk 181, that's nothing but going up. So
Yeah,
if I don't get it now, I am never going to be able to afford it.
right. So my list is not going to be so bad this year, but one big goal is to finish off the Vampy magazine run. But I pretty much have the front end and the back end. Pretty much I have 112 and 113. So and I have one, two, three, four. I'm just missing five. So all I need would be five, and then yeah.
Five
So not
shouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, it's not like you're collecting Amazing Spider-Man and you still
right,
need to get first 10, which
right,
is most people. You
right,
have the front end of Vampirella, you have the back end, you'll have the harder to find issues. Issue
right.
5, yeah, you
Yeah,
might have to pay a few dollars more for it, but you are going to finish that this year.
yeah. Because all I'm yeah, the number is 49. All I'm missing is 49 issues, and then I'll be completely done.
Yeah, if I was able last year during the pandemic to finish the rest of X-Men from 94 through 300, and I only had like really like more than 150 to go, and I got them all, yeah, I'm quite
Mhm.
sure that you're going to be able to get the Vampirella.
Yeah,
No problem.
yeah. No questions asked. Yeah, I'll probably be able to finish it. And Smiley Tour says I got the prettiest Vampy collection. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No
because
question.
yeah, it ranges from new to old. So yeah, you know what I mean. So, but I'm pretty excited. I mean, next week's supposed to be there's supposed to be a little show in Deland, Florida. So
I have
we
no
may
idea
be
what
we
that is.
that's like an hour away from me. So that's probably about a couple hours away from like let's see.
Is it
Yeah,
north, south of Tampa, Orlando?
it's like a little past Orlando, so it's like almost an hour away.
North or south?
Uh, coming towards you guys, going towards you guys.
Oh, so it's more towards the middle of the state. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah, that would be about a 3 hour drive, 3.5 hour drive.
yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it for me right now because the check that I will be getting for working doing court cases during the week of Christmas through
Right.
New Year's and just after, yeah, if I get $100, I would be lucky for 2 weeks' work. So I'm
Right.
not going anywhere.
Yep. Ladies in the building. Hey,
Lady.
lady. Hey, VV. Yeah, VV's still here. So yeah, pretty much 2021 is gonna be I'll try to get some done. Oh, probably gonna try to grab first appearance of what the hell is it? The character's name again? Uh she's from the 90s, so I just can't remember the damn name for some odd reason.
She, Razor,
Dark Child.
Dark Child?
Yeah.
No, that should
That
be like a $10 or $15 book. That shouldn't be
no
difficult.
no. It's not difficult. I'm just saying that's the first one on the list. That's like the one that I can get right away
All
because it's
right.
only a couple bucks, and then I'll probably end up try to find a she. I mean, I found a she one for pretty decent price. It's a 8.0, 8 point something, but I'm gonna try to find a 9 that's signed by Tucci and somebody else. So that Razor one, the first appearance, I already, you know what I mean.
I
Gonna
have
probably end
a
up
Razor first appearance as the annual Razor number
mm,
2,
right.
signed by Everett Hart. So
Yeah,
if there's something you want, I got it. And I also have a
right,
full run of She. I have some of those signed because I was one of
right,
those people back in the 90s. I'm
right.
not particularly attached to it. If you want them,
Okay,
yours.
okay. All right.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, because I've been yeah, those are the ones I'll probably be working on anyways, and then because yeah, Cry for Dawns I'll probably be finishing off too, because the Evil Ernie's I'm missing is issue 4 out of the Eternity run, and I got the whole run.
Ask Lady Fantastic. I don't know, but I think she might have found one of them. I know somebody has found a random ass lady, or rather,
Yeah,
Evil Ernie recently, and she might
right.
have been one.
Yeah, because we went out towards you guys and went to what was it? Went to Tate's Tate's Collectibles, and I found 3 and I found 5, but they didn't have 4.
Are you sure about that? 'Cause I just went there and I know that they had a couple Eternity issues. It might have been an issue 6. Or no, I don't think there was a 6.
No, that there wasn't a 6. There were only 5 issues of that one, and then it was an issue 2 that they had. It was an issue 2 because I saw it. It
Yes,
was only
you're right.
3.
You're right.
It was only 3 issues. They had an issue 2, issue 3, and issue 5, but they were missing 4 out of it. So I'm like, it's still cool because
You're right.
the prices were, yeah, the prices were affordable. So I'm grabbing those 2 since I'm here. I was tempted to grab another issue 2 because the issue 2 wasn't a bad price. $95 wasn't bad,
Yeah,
and
and
that's
the
not bad.
second issue, I mean, you know as well as I do, it's the first
Yeah,
cover of Lady Death.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, $95, totally worth it. It was like
yeah,
a 5+ book, like an
yeah,
8.85. It wasn't like a 9.8 type of anything deal, but still, you don't see those books come across
right,
very often. I was tempted, but I'm trying to get a little bit more focused myself this
yeah,
year.
yeah,
Like you have that niche with Vampirella. I'd rather kind of work on
right,
my ASM because I
right,
have literally good runs going of just about everything else. And I went, I'll just wait on ASM. They'll make a bad movie one day. They'll make a bad movie one day. Oh, shit. They screwed up during Amazing Spider Man 2, but that was a bad year for me. Uh,
yeah,
but they're not going to make a mistake again. And the prices are
right,
just going up. So I can't find them at shops. So I need to find them at any place else other than an
right.
LCS.
Pretty much, if shows come back, pretty much any shows or anything like that, pretty much.
Even with shows, I mean, I'll buy stuff at the shows, but I'm going to have to buy it in bulk.
Yeah,
There's people like you and me that I'd be getting it from.
right,
People,
right,
collectors that know that they're not going to be selling it at prices that they're doing FMV at a store because they need to pay the rent. They'll
right,
go, no, I'll cut you a deal because you're buying, oh my God, you're buying a short box today.
right. Yeah. So what? Yeah. So when I get closer to finishing off this Vampirella run, I'll probably hit you up about the She run and the Razor runs and stuff like that. After I gotta, like you said, get focused and finish at least the beginning of the year. Finish off this Vampirella run first, and then
Mm-hmm.
I still got plenty of time.
Like you have that this year, since I just got from Lady Fantastic the issue 2 of Moon Knight, and just like how
Hmm.
I sent her an issue 1, the issue 1 I sent her was the double of what I already had, where she opens up the back cover and go, "What the hell happened to this thing here?" Issue 2
Yeah.
has a sticker in the back. I'll get it off with a heat gun. That's always
Yeah.
fun. I actually enjoy
Yeah.
doing that, and I don't care about the condition of the books. I just want the whole thing finished so I can read the
Right.
full run of Moon Knight. And
Yeah.
same thing with Sam Keith, The Max. I have every
Right.
single issue except for 31, 33, 34, 35, which is consequently the hardest ones to get.
Yep. And then I got a bunch of Indiegogo stuff and what was it? Indiegogo stuff, Kickstarter stuff coming in. So it's gonna be interesting with these first couple of months. Yeah,
Some money.
yeah. Well, because I saw it was an omnibus of hack and slash. Oh yeah, and I still need a hack and slash first appearance too. So that's on the list this year.
I would like to say that shouldn't be too hard, but I actually don't know much about hack and slash. That is totally an ace sort of thing from Brags and Boards.
Yeah. Well, pretty much hack and slash is a pretty. It's not a pretty. It's a pretty decent book. It's a pretty cheap book compared to what a Vampire One is. You know what I mean? So it should be easy to find. Or
One
not.
has been around since the 70s. The other's been around since what? Maybe the early 2000s, late
Yeah.
90s at best.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you're
I'll
going to
be.
pay more for the Vampy.
Yeah.
But it
But so
seems the COVID times, who knows? I don't understand comics or the collecting market anymore.
yep. None of us do. Because
Hey, do you want this second print? Ask somebody that like a decade ago. They go, are you out of your goddamn mind?
oh,
You ask them this year, do you want a second print of this book? Fuck you, I'll give you $100. Shut up, I just take the money. Wait, what? When did that happen?
yeah, or a previews becomes a freaking key.
Yeah. Say, hey, yo, psst, I got this book. It's a first appearance. You got a first appearance? Yeah, I got a first appearance. A major character.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me more. It's a previews. Shut the fuck up and get out of my home.
Because I thought it was funny, like that. That one or what was it? Spawn's the first one. A lot of people argue saying it's not Spawn one. It's the Sun whatever it is, and
Oh,
even
Malibu Sun.
yeah,
Yeah, it's previews, but there were books before that even. I mean, people
yeah,
were saying that it was Rust #1. No, there was shit even before that. So,
yeah,
hey, let's take previews because back in 1992, everyone really did throw away the previews, but they printed
yeah,
so
and
many
then
of them. I'm sure that collectors wound up going,
yeah,
well, yeah, kind of. Well, there weren't comic book barricades 20 years ago, so they went, yeah, I use previews as my comic book barricades. So
mhm.
there's probably
or
people that still have it.
yep, or what was it? Or yeah, and then Evil Ernie is even a Malibu Sun. Like the first, I thought it
300
was
minimum.
yeah, and I thought it was funny. I'm like, okay, so Evil Ernie one's not his first appearance. If you really think about it, even Palito's even agreeing with it, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like where we had Comic Tom, I think it was earlier last year, when he was talking about Hellboy. There was this San Diego preview that was long considered, hey, this is his real first appearance. But Tom wound up having one of these little cards where it
Yep.
was a sketch of the
Hey,
Hellboy
hey,
to get it signed. And
hey, I
hey,
think.
Mercury Comics, guess what I got?
What's up? Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, you got. Oh,
Oh,
nice.
but Rob, did you get that little special surprise in there?
So I wanted to wait to actually be able to contact you. I'm waiting to get it framed. I have it right here
Ooh.
because this is the first time anybody has ever sent me original art from themselves. As
Yeah.
many
Okay, cool.
know, Kitty Pryde is one of my favorite characters. I even have a nice big page from a comic back there.
I surmised that from one of our conversations.
Very nice. I like that.
This is getting framed, and this is going right over there.
Very cool. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I thought you'd like it. That was a Christmas gift. I got a Vampy I'm working on for you too there, Jeff. So
Yep.
I'll make sure I hook up everybody's favorite femme fatales. By the way, I have to apologize. I had a new setup with the widescreen stuff that I did last week, and my Wi-Fi just is not working right on that device, so I had to go back to my cell phone. It was
that's all right.
It was lagging too much, and I've heard my 11-year-old son cursing his PlayStation 4 all night because of the Wi-Fi. So I told him, I'm sorry, Daddy only spends $150 on cable and internet. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's like, all right, kids, do you really want the cable or do you want the internet? Pick one.
Yeah.
Well, he's got both, but I know something's going on tonight. The Wi-Fi is terrible. It's telling me I must get by the router, and I'm literally 6 inches from the Echo. So, but anyway, so how you doing? How you guys doing? By the way, doing good?
Doing good. Not bad. We actually got some reading, a little bit of reading done this week. Not much.
I heard you guys talking about Razor earlier. That's my jam. I love that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, talking about the 2021 our pickup list, 2021 like major books that we want to pick up. Pretty much the first appearance of She and that's a Razor. Was it
the Razor Annual?
So, yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
So I don't think you heard me right. I didn't say I would sell it to you. I said I will give it to you.
Oh, okay. All right.
just tell me your address later. And
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
the quick thing. I'm not on social. I mean, I am on social media, but I've been staying off of social media almost entirely for
Mm-hmm.
more than the last 2 weeks because I had an idea what was going to happen this past Wednesday was going to happen. So
Right,
I just wanted to remove myself from all politics, all everything. And
right,
I turned out to be right in the worst possible way.
right,
But
right,
I'm still kind of staying away from social media. So I'm not trying to avoid you, Anthony, or
right,
you,
right, right,
anybody else out there. It's just
right,
I'm getting that, and I'm also getting people going, hey, I actually know your address, and I saw some of your old posts, and I know your political affiliation. I'm like, I'm
right,
not
right,
doing anything right now.
right, right. I got you. I got you. Yeah. I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but yeah, I got you.
Because
I just
I am a stupid libtard, and
I
Yeah.
just
sure,
thought Rob was ghosting me.
like, yeah, I'm ghosting comic book people because that's where I'm at now.
It's Rob Gate.
Because let's face it, I'm the worst.
But anyway, I heard you talking about Razor. I don't have that annual either, but I have
Yeah.
I have the first Razor appearance, but I don't have that first that she.
Yeah, so and then he has a Kickstarter going right now too, so that's pretty cool. I've
Who?
seen it.
Everett
Uh
Hartso?
no, Tucci.
Oh, Tucci. Yes.
Yeah. And then I got this what was it?
Speaking of Comicsgate, Tucci. Quote, quote.
Yeah.
Nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever. You know what, Rob Wurst and Jeff, I'm a big fan of. I love anything Steve Ditko and Jim Steranko. So
Right.
it's what are you gonna do?
Right.
I'm Steranko. I'm Steranko all day, every day. And I know, my political beliefs don't align, but you know what? Worship the art, not the artist. Just dig them. If you dig them, you dig them.
Yeah, I can divorce my appreciation for an artist and go, yeah, the person's an asshole. Love their art.
Sure, exactly.
I love his art. I think he's a douchebag.
Because I'm not hanging out.
This guy for Nazis, so I will worship him as the comic god that he is.
He was the Antifa OG, by the way.
Yeah.
My top four are Kirby, Steranko, Ditko, and John Byrne, and then Perez slides in there, and then everything else. Miller's up there, but whatever your beliefs are, whatever your agendas are, and it is what it is, But yeah, I was afraid Rob got the Rona and he was just off social media for 2 weeks.
No, we had.
You could then tell me, hey, idiot, by the way, if you get the Rona, you're supposed to self-isolate. That just means that you can't give it to another person as an individual. You can't give it to people online.
Sure you can.
It goes from social media.
It goes viral, literally.
There you go.
Well, yeah,
what else I missed? What were you guys talking about?
Yeah, we had what was it? Robert and I had Stuart Seger on our little midnight thing last night, or 1 o'clock in the morning, East Coast. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Yeah, he's more like a cross in between Neil Adams and he does painted style, like water paint almost.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Very nice.
He did the Vampirella Reanimator covers that almost looked like they were painted almost.
Oh, real quick. Shout out to Anthony Sica on this book. I only got a chance to read the first issue so far.
It's the worst one. It gets better.
Yeah.
God has been inside the head of Leonardo da Vinci, Gatsby, and then you say Pamela Anderson, but there was one name that I went, yeah, Neil Gaiman. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. Possessed
Yep.
Neil Gaiman? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he was inside of Neil Gaiman, and for that because he helped and he's acting as a muse, so he's inspiring Gaiman to write the classic everything from Black Orchid to Sandman,
American Gods,
and
American
then
Gods too.
but then he was also in Pamela Anderson because he swings both ways, and he thought Tommy Lee's penis
An
was just
amazing
extraordinary.
penis.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll notice, and if you're well read and into music and you're a Bob Dylan aficionado, every issue is either named after a Dylan song or a Dylan album. So
Nice.
Very
I'm
cool.
doing it. I thought about that and I was like, am I too getting Alan Moore Watchmen with the Dylan references? But truth of the matter is, I'm a huge Dylan fan. My son's name is Dylan, and it's not dark yet for Bob, but it's getting
Right.
Well, now that
Hold on.
mention Alan Moore, why don't you challenge yourself? 9 panels and tell the full story.
Yeah,
It'll drive you.
There's 1 or 2 pages in issue 2, I think, that are 9 panel, but then I digress.
Ooh.
So by issue 3, by issue 3, I digressed from Alan Moore-esque 9-panel grid, Tom King, Alan Moore type 9-panel grids, and then I devolved into some Robert Liefeld. Let's just have a bunch of splash pages all over the place because when you have to get a book done. So, and speaking of books,
to be fair, look at Promethea. He did the same thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
He went all over the place. I'm just going to experiment. Do that because we love it.
Yeah. I do that in issue 4. The first 4 pages have a Promethea type of thing because I was like, I need to retell 6 months of storytelling in 3 pages, and I'd rather do it in 3 pages than 16 pages. Also, speaking of my book, I'm glad you liked it. I have my issue 5 debuting next Sunday, a week from today, at the DeLand comic show that Jeff was speaking about. I'm a featured artist, and I'm going to be there with a 28-page book with it's going to be a flip book. Speaking of Rob Liefeld and Extreme, I did a cover this way. You read like 12, 13 pages, you flip it over the other side, and I got 13 going the other way. And I'm pretty excited because I'm introducing Venerella, which I know Jeff's pretty excited about. So and hopefully I'll see Jeff over there.
Yeah, it should be my new favorite character probably.
Yeah, because I couldn't use Vampirella, so I just changed it to Venerella, and so you can buy my comic books.
Yeah, if Michael Thief can get away with it doing his Copra, why not?
Exactly. But anyway, she's a warrior, vampire warrior princess from Venus, and the whole thing has a Barbarella type feel. So honestly, I actually thought of Barbarella before I thought of Vampirella, but it just worked. And then I made her a vampire, and then it was too far gone after that. So.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'll be able to make it to that show on Sunday too. So I'm hoping.
Well, if not, I have your address. You'll be getting some swag the following week then.
Yeah.
But I'm literally picking it up from the printer on Thursday. Okay. And I'll have it hopefully in my hand Sunday. Well, it's not hopefully, it's I need it by Thursday, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But I actually went to press. I went to press with the last files probably 2 hours ago. So I've been working all week. I've been working all week on it. Because although I pride myself in doing everything by hand, because I'm an analog kid. Even though I do everything pen and pencil on paper, you still got to scan all the stuff in and letter it. So, and that's a whole process of all of a sudden you blow up the sheets and you're like, oh crap, I didn't see that pen mark there. I didn't see that little scratch there. Or if the scanning bed has too many scratches on it or whatever, then you got to deal with that. But other than that,
around that, when you bring it into Photoshop, just work with the levels.
Sure.
And you can clean up most of it. Unfortunately, that quietly winds up not inking anything anymore.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, no, I'm very Photoshop savvy, but the thing is still so this month some of my stuff was a little sloppy, and I'm like, oh boy, I didn't see that, and again, scanner issues and whatever.
Right.
And also I'm working in black. I'm working in black and white too. So.
On the most recent issue of Doctor Doom, they kind of didn't realize that it wasn't a homage. It's not like your cover right here where it's a clear homage. You even say Afterburn. No, they took something off of Deviant Art, and they even have the Deviant Art logo still in there because they didn't realize they were lifting it. And they
my God!
No one will notice. Like, no, we noticed that Deviant Art logo. God damn.
That is freaking awful.
That's
awful.
That's something is. Yeah, that's something, what I mean? That's something easy, man. But how does it get past quality control when you put, let's just say, you put this out, but it's a different, completely different book than this cover here.
Marvel is about volume, how much quantity, not quite the quality. They need the money coming in, so they might let shit like that slide. I can see it happening, which is okay. I understand it. But that really comes down to the editors. And right now, people are stressed. I can understand.
Yeah. Well, Marvel and DC probably are run by a bunch of interns now in editorial anyway. So it is what it is. But the whole it's just me in an office. I'm the editor, letterer, penciler, anchor, writer. And boy, stuff gets by me, and I'm looking at it 1,000 times. My wife and my 11-year-old are my assistant editors. I'm like, hey, come look at this, because my eyes are turning 50 years old in a few weeks, and they're not as reliable as they used to be. But Story would say, try to, what I mean, or he would say he would walk away from it for a little bit and then go do something else and then come back to it. It'd be be a little easier. You can find out,
But yeah, if you're giving like an 11-year-old kid to not to proofread, just to make sure there's no mistakes or scratches or whatever, an 11-year-old child is going to be a lot more honest to you than probably even an adult.
Oh yeah, that's why I ask my kid all the time. I'm like, does this look cool or not? Not that I'm making comics for children, but he's kind of my litmus test. And if he says it reminds him of one of the covers I just did has a kind of I purposely used like Dragon Ball Z shading on it, which is the hard line shading instead of like the feathered filter. And I'm like, wow, that looks cool. And it's because of watching those episodes with him all the time. Hey Rob, on your recommendation, I made sure I picked this up.
Well, it was a good read.
Read that. Have you read it yet?
It was a good read.
It's good. Great. It's a good read. I like it a lot. And
the second issue, you're definitely going to want to pick up because that one is going to spike. That is, it's dealing with the Century, and after he just got ripped in half himself,
yeah. I like it a lot. It was a real good read, and of course, I'm still doing the King in Black and all that stuff. But but the Valkyrie, the Jane Foster Valkyrie that came out about a year ago, I guess. I was really liking that read. So, I thought that was a one-shot. I didn't realize it was a 4-issue one, but it's really cool.
If it's Aaron, I'm totally aboard. I thought it was just going to be some bullshit King in Black offshoot written by some new person. Jason Aaron's doing the whole thing. No, this is a continuation of his storyline. Absolutely, I am on board. Yeah,
I like it a lot. It's real good.
I read it digital, so yeah, I liked it.
Anybody pick this Eternals up? The new Eternals?
Got
I did.
Speaking of gaming, or gaming continued.
They only had this one at my shop.
I only have one. This one.
Rob bought it, even though J. Scott Campbell makes everyone's noses look the same.
Yeah, they only had this issue at mine, so.
Yeah, I asked my store to pull the J. Scott Campbell for me. They didn't. I show up on Wednesday to pick up some books, and I'm like, there's one lone J. Scott Campbell book up there, and I'm like, oh, thanks for pulling that for me. But But anyway, I got it. It's good. It's a good read. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just has 40 variant covers. So
but some people were some people are with this one, but I'm like I still got to read it.
Yeah.
Hey, splash page.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were. Did you guys have you guys read the Gaiman Romita Jr. series that ran the original?
I read that. That was like a decade ago, and to be honest, I don't remember it all that well.
Yeah, I have it. Well, I have a feeling like they have said, Disney and Marvel have said that the movie is going to lean into that, the Gaiman. The Gaiman story more than the Kirby stuff. Yeah, of course it's created by Kirby, but they said they were going to lean heavily into the storyline from the Gaiman series.
Yeah, Gaiman, I just remember
they're probably going to end up using both. They'll probably mix it with both anyways. They'll probably use a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Maybe Kirby visuals, and then story wise it might be the other one.
Sure. I just they haven't released anything on that, have they? Nothing like
not that I know of.
Yeah, and it's supposed to come out this year. It was actually supposed to come out in December of 2020 originally, but I guess
it's just like Wonder Woman 84. They just don't want to release it. They want to release it just like Black Widow onto a movie theater. But that time has passed, and movie theaters aren't going to have the kind of clout that they once did.
No, if they can even stay open.
AMC probably won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, ticket prices. If ticket prices don't go down at $20 a piece. Yeah.
Speaking of Wonder Woman, you guys reading Death Metal at all? I did like this cover a lot.
You got I got cover B.
I thought it finished pretty strong. I just I wasn't into all the side shots and stuff like that. I was reading some of the Justice League tie-ins on that. There was and I don't read the new Justice League, but I picked up I think 3 of them, and it was mostly members of the the original Teen Titans in this Justice League hanging out with Lex Luthor. And I thought it worked well with the main story. And I did like the Flash one shot a lot, which I'm not a huge Flash reader, but also, and the Justice League had Liam Sharp covers. The Justice League Death Metal had Liam Sharp covers. And I wanted to segue from Liam Sharp. Rob, I know you're a Green Lantern fan, correct?
Absolutely.
Have you been reading Grant Morrison's Green Lantern for the last 2 years?
I read the first series, and it's not that difficult to jump onto. It's just a lot. It's very cosmic.
Sure.
Every single issue leans into a different sort of, not just genre, but decade as well, because Liam Sharp is that artistically well inclined, where he just doesn't have one simple style. He can bounce around like Darwin Cook, where he has that old 60s look. He has like the sketchy 70s look. He has the good 80s look. He's doing horror. He's doing sci-fi. He's doing like all different types, and it all suits well. Whether it fits together as a narrative is still kind of to be determined.
I got you.
I'm still looking forward to reading season 2, but it looks like it's possibly going longer than issue 12. So Grant Morrison is one of those people, I can't read him from month to month, or else I won't keep up with it, because he's really cerebral. So I want to read it all in one long sitting.
They're up to issue 10 or 11, I believe, and they are just doing 12. Season 2 is 12. Okay. Because he did that pre-thing in the middle of season 1 and 2. He did that Green Lantern Black or whatever it was called. Like, it was 3 or 4 issues with a totally different storyline and all that. And if you asked me what it was about, I couldn't tell you right now, because it's that cerebral. It was like I was reading Green Lantern. It was like Green Lantern in the middle of the Filth miniseries. I didn't know what was going on most of the time. And then, or the Invisibles.
I don't feel alone. Neither did I.
It was like Green Lantern was in the middle of the Invisibles plot line. I didn't know what was going on. But what is nice and engrossing about those is the latest issues. there's like you said, there's a lot of homages to the different silver, bronze, modern age, but then some of them, do require that they're so intense and so out there that I've sat and read them like 3 times. And it's not like I have that much time in my life to waste, but when I have wanted to sit down and read, they've been really fulfilling and satisfying. And I do recommend it. I've seen a lot of people slagging the series for whatever reason, and I actually think it's pretty solid. But the reason I know that I think they're ending at 12 is because I follow Liam Sharp on the InstaWebs, and he was showing artwork from the very last thing, and he was talking about it's been an honor for him and Grant to do Green Lantern, and that it was I guess a dream of his to do Green Lantern. So,
you can tell looking at those covers, because they're not like some of the timeless variants where, as much as I love Alex Ross, you can tell that certain ones he put more effort into than others. No, these look like they were so beloved, each cover that he worked on, that this is a character that he's been ensconced with since he was a child. So yeah, he's going to put his all into it. And then there's other people that do stuff just for a paycheck. Liam Sharp is not one of those people.
No. And what's weird is if you follow him on Instagram, a lot of the artwork in Green Lantern, I look at it and I think it's like some sort of crazy oils or paint or digital, whatever. He's got original sheets like on his table, and it's pencils and inks. And I'm like, what the heck? Because it looks like whatever tools he's using for these comics, it looks like, it would take a week to do a page, and the detail is amazing. And it's one of the reasons sometimes I love the black and white collections or the omnibuses by the artist, the artist edition. A lot of times the color will obscure all those details that the person was putting in there. And Liam Sharp is one of those. There are a few current issues where the colorist, who is like the colorist of the book, is Olaf or Olif or whatever. So he's like a legend himself. And some of the colors are a little, get in the way of some of the art, or they look very painted. But then I saw the penciled pages, and I was like, oh my God, the amount of, there's a page with these little microbes, and it's like an 11 by 17, and there's like hundreds of thousands of these marks on the paper. And then he zooms in on his Instagram, and you see the detail on every single one of them. And I'm like, and that makes me
working with a digital microscope on some of these.
Right. And that makes me just want to throw all my shit away.
No, yeah, but we're all different style artists, man. Like,
oh yeah,
like the guy we interviewed the one we interviewed last night, Storage Seger. He's like you, like he doesn't like digitally. He likes doing everything by hand, but he doesn't do it like everybody else. Ruler, you know what I mean. He does it with his finger, like he uses the paint with his fingers and stuff. That's like awesome. That. Like, yeah, like you can see the stains in his fingers.
That is cool.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
That's how you can tell a good inker that their fingertips stained almost permanently black India ink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had this black India ink, and then he had this the ink that he really liked using is like, it's India ink, but it's like a white type India ink. And he goes, yeah, he showed us a couple of black and white ones he's done. Like his Moon Knights are pretty. That Moon Knight he's done is pretty cool. His Vampirellas are pretty cool too. But the one I really, his Batman and his Jokers are pretty interesting too. Really nice guy too. Yeah, he did a couple of Moon Knights. Yeah, they were pretty neat.
Moon Knight's gonna be a new TV show.
Yeah,
and this is something that when I heard, I went, "Whoa! I can't wait to see what these shows are going to look like." They got some of the directors from the new Sandman series.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to WandaVision this week. I think it's going to be cool too. I think there's a lot that premieres this Friday. I think there's going to be a lot of cool zany stuff going on.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Were released to reviewers, and overall, nobody has been knocking the show. The sitcom sort of feel that we've been seeing in the trailer, that is supposed to like overlap against the backdrop of the real dark shit that's happening in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Very much like the Tom King Vision. And from just the descriptions from the reviews, I cannot wait for this.
No, I love it. Believe it or not, Vision is my son makes fun of me all the time. Vision is my favorite Avenger. He has been forever. Vision's my favorite Avenger. Always has been, always will be. And my son always makes fun of me because he's only been introduced. There you go. Yeah. So my son only knows, my son's very geeky, but he's seen every Marvel film with me and everything.
Right.
So, he's not a big Vision fan, but Vision to me, in fact, Vision, I mean, I picked this up the other day. And I mean, if you notice, you see who's in the logo, it's Vision popping out there. See that?
Yeah.
All those bronze years, man. Vision always was the the lead guy. I have that issue you just showed, Rob, too. I just don't know where it is.
Like all of us.
It's in It's in some long box somewhere, and I have no idea which one.
Well, but that's why Rob has it out, so he knows where it's at.
Of course.
I know what's in every box, and I know where to find it. Unfortunately, some of these boxes are easier to get to than others. Hey, you want me to dig out a Ms. Marvel issue? That'll take about 2 hours just to move out all the ones that are in front. Yeah, so that's not happening.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that show's going to be great. Looks great. And I think it's gonna go into the Doctor Strange movie, and they're going to hold.
Hearing, we might see a Benedict Cumberbatch, however I pronounce it. Strange. He's going to be in it, or at least make an appearance.
Yeah. Well, why did I see too? I saw something. I saw a screenshot of Dormammu or something having to do with a scene in the show, and of course, it's been already credited that Elizabeth Olsen is going to be starring in the Doctor Strange movie, which will be directed by Sam Raimi. She stars in the movie, so they're doing that whole multiverse, the madness of the multiverse, all tied in there. And as I said, I saw the Dormammu screenshot for WandaVision just today or yesterday. So
I read something earlier today that they might be crossing over some of the elements that were used from the old 70s Avengers Defenders run.
That was awesome.
I don't know what that means. I think we're going to use some elements from Dormammu. I'm still trying to piece together parts of that run. I have the Defenders 10. I have every issue of Defenders 1 through like 27. I'm only missing a couple of those Avengers to finally read that run. But yeah, they're going to use Dormammu. They're going to, or if not Dormammu, they might replace Dormammu with Mephisto. So there's so much that there's speculation. I'm just looking forward to watching the damn thing.
That'd be cool.
That'd
do you
be
think
very
they're gonna? Yeah. Do you think they're bringing Ghost? They'll end up bringing Ghost Rider back eventually, probably.
They have
maybe. Well, yeah, if they're gonna bring Dormammu and all these guys in, so I would think so.
To hear them reference Mephisto being used as a replacement for the Dormammu story, I don't know what they're talking about because I haven't read it yet. But also hearing that they're planning on using Mephisto in the Ms. Marvel series, I just want to see the damn Marvel version of the Devil.
Yeah. Do you think they're calling Nicolas Cage about doing some Ghost Rider?
We've got him for the history of profanity, so why the hell not?
Exactly.
I could see Nick Cage being the Marvel's version of the Devil.
Sure.
God, that'd be funny.
I can see him being any version of the Devil.
Yeah.
I'm not really the Ghost Rider, but I'm going to bestow that on somebody.
Yeah.
That would be brilliant irony. After making all those really mediocre Ghost Rider movies, let him be Mephisto.
Sure.
Well, yeah, he's always wanted to be in a comic book movie, man. He's a comic book guy himself, so he was.
But whatever
Well,
they
as Rob mentioned, he was in the. As Rob mentioned, he was in the Ghost Rider movies.
No,
And,
yeah, I know that. I know that. I'm just saying that. But
and,
previously, he was going to be in a Superman movie
Yeah, he was
if
going to be
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith Superman.
He's getting a little long in the tooth now, though, for that. But
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But people are gonna go, wasn't he the Ghost Rider originally? Well, if they do cast him, yeah. Oh man.
We all got silent all of a sudden.
Yeah, I didn't want to be talking over one another, and I'm like,
we all turned Canadian all of a sudden. All polite.
Well, yeah. Well, this is what VV got to say about Wonder Woman 84 and Eternals.
Warner Bros. Tried to release in Europe right when the lockdown started. Poor Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and then it ended up going to lockdown because they ended up getting locked down.
IMDb just released the box office estimates this weekend, and Wonder Woman made $3 million, which would normally sound abysmal, but in COVID terms, that's not that bad.
Too bad.
That it's not good enough. But yeah, there's lockdowns in the UK, and the rest of the world is not quite coping very well. And we have people going, these measures aren't working. I'm like, asshole, you haven't been wearing a mask to begin with. How can you say they're not working? Never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right, Rob. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's totally, you got to wear a fucking mask. And we apparently can't follow the simplest of instructions, the entire world, because to quote Bob Dylan, bringing back that again from before, the only free man is a dead man. So, people fight for their freedom and they're like, oh, you're infringing on my freedom. Make me wear a mask. Well, no one's really free. So the truth of the matter is I'm not making a political statement. I'm making a common sense statement. Follow some instructions and maybe we could get through this a little better. And, it is what it is, I guess. But
no, it was funny to drive by the COVID number sign that we got by work, and it goes before what was it? The morning I drove by, it was 46,000, and then by the afternoon when I drive by the damn sign, it says 47,000. So it's like, okay.
Well, it's testing, holidays. If you're gonna get together with 50 people from out of state, and you're all traveling somewhere, someone's going to get sick, and that's all there is to it.
Well, I said it last year, and I'm saying it again. As much as people would like to say, hey, it's 2021, thank God we're past 2020, we even have a new president, I'm over here going, oh, you thought 2020 was bad? Wait till 2021 happens. This has just been the first week of 2021. And we had riots inside of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. that has never happened before. That's week one. I can't wait to see what happens this week. And at the same time, I can wait to see what happens this week, because when we come back next week on Sunday, I still think we're going to be living in a different world than we are now.
Sure. Yeah, the calendar don't care. The time doesn't care. Calendar doesn't care. People thought things magically would, it's magically things would change at midnight, but that's not how things work. Reality, people are not living. It's ironic that we're talking about reality while we're on a YouTube cast about comic books, but in reality, we're probably more grounded than most people, because the reality that these folks are living in, that are just fighting every system, they're raging against every machine that they can think of. they're just hurting themselves, and it's a shame. But
you're living in a fantasy headspace. I mean, not that I'm making this as an exact example.
sure.
You're living in a headspace fantasy that doesn't exist, that might actually turn into a real comic book one day if they
Right.
do bring about all these insurrections. And
Yeah, well-
I say that word plural because I don't think this is going to be the only time this happens this year.
No, and it's a shame, but just gotta.
2021.
Yep. Yeah. So
Same year.
yeah, man.
+1.
So yeah, but I haven't been doing much, man. All I've been doing is either picking up books, try to read some, not much, and then the show next weekend. There was a show this week. There was a small little one this week. The small toy show this week. The yeah, it was like in Lakeland or something like that, and it was a small one, but I didn't go. But they said, "Oh yeah, there's a show." I'm like, "Yeah," and then the funny thing was you would pay 20 for early bird, but if you waited, you would only pay $5 to get in at noon. So why would you pay the $10 for the extra money in the beginning if you're gonna only pay 5 at noon?
Well, I'm guest artist next week in DeLand, and I'll be.
Yeah.
If you go, Jeff, I'll be in the hazmat suit.
Yeah,
All right?
okay.
And people, I'm going to have a bucket, and people throw money in it, and I'm going to throw the comics at them and say, "Have a nice day."
Well, you won't be the first one in the hazmat. Yeah, you won't be the first one in the hazmat because what was it? We went to Spooky and the creature from the Black Lagoon, the actor that played the creature from the Black Lagoon, he was almost in like hazmat type stuff. He was in like a face shield, gloves, like. But he's 90 something. I understand that, but I'm just saying he was in he was almost in hazmat type style, almost just to protect himself. He had a mask and everything. Yeah, so I won't be surprised.
That's what it's all about, just protecting ourselves. I mean, I'm even. I was a little hesitant about the show, but I'm like, you know what? I really want to buy some comic books. And I was like, I'm just going to be And to be honest with you, I was shopping in Walmart Saturday. And, yesterday I was doing grocery shopping in Walmart where I live. And there was about 20,000 people in the Walmart. So I'm not really worried about the 400 people that are going to be at the comic book show in DeLand, Florida.
Right.
It's really I have more of a chance of I think catching something in Walmart for an hour and a half with 20,000 people in there.
Yeah.
And by the way, half of them not wearing masks, even though it says you must on the front door.
Oh, they're
walking in. Yeah, where they're nice chin masks. Most of them wear nice chin masks.
Or a nice wristband. I see some of them on their wrist. I'm like,
I like this thing where you're out and you have a mask on and someone else has a mask on, and you go and talk to them, and they pull their mask down to hear you better. It's like when you're driving and you need directions and there's no one in the car, but you have to turn the radio down for some reason. It's a very strange thing. This thing about the mask that doesn't cover your ears somehow interferes with your hearing. I don't, but just an observation.
That's kind of like somebody that goes, "Oh, you don't speak English. Let me speak louder and slower." That's not going to help them.
Or the deaf kid at our job. Everybody gets frustrated with him, but a lot of them forget that he's deaf. I'll go, dude, don't forget he's deaf, so he can't. We got masks on, so he can't actually understand, and he can't read lips, so he can't understand you. He's been writing everything. It's pretty funny because he'll be writing stuff and he'll be showing the paper to the people.
I'm a whiteboard to carry around to show you.
Yeah.
He's listening to this right now, and he's going to be mad at you tomorrow, Jeff.
Nah.
Preach.
Yeah.
And Anyway, let's. I'm gonna go in a few minutes, but
Yeah, let's wrap. Anyway,
Do we
I
have
was
any
gonna wrap it
comics?
up. And
Do you have any comics to talk about instead of masks? Or hey, they wear
yeah,
masks.
yeah, I got these German editions from Vigilante last week.
Nice.
The German edition reprint of Turtles 1. So I might send it off to CGC since Eastman's over there. Then the cutoff date is February 15th. It's the last day I can send it. So I'll probably end up sending it off to get him to sign it. And then I always say the Michelle Pfeiffer cover, Lady Death.
Lady Death, Michelle
The-
Pfeiffer.
If you look at it, yeah, it looks just like her.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a con exclusive, it's a German con exclusive, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
You know she's getting money for that likeness.
yeah. And then the Alex Ross issue 12. Yeah, issue 12.
That's nice.
Yeah, I call it the stained glass window variant.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then this other German edition of Vampy, metal edition, and it Jusco cover.
Very nice.
Is that Fist of the North Star like Kenshiro?
No, it's supposed to be I think this character is supposed to be dude, it's so her damn thing is so convoluted because if this is Harris one, it's so damn convoluted. It's supposed to be Van Helsing. It's supposed to be her boyfriend Van Helsing or something back then. So like I said, it's so damn convoluted. It's like when it was with Harris, and then these two issues 123s. That's why I like the Warren better. I like the Warren background of her better than I like the Harris one. It's like,
I'm just thinking over here, oh, how cool it would be to go, Vampirella, yeah, you're already dead. Bitch.
So in contrast, I have to say, Jeff showed off these comic books that look like they're actually valued something. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of this acquisition this week. This is a Defenders 68 pencils by Herb Trimpe, and I got this for 50 cents, mind you, and it looks like a dog ate it and spit it out and pooped it out, and that's what condition it's in. So that is a dedicated comic for Not Near Mint there. This is in such bad condition, but I didn't have this issue, and it's readable, so it's my reading copy. And then I picked this Jack Kirby Stan Lee Fantastic Four 80. This is like my third copy of this, and it was $6, but I paid half price. It was $3 for this Silver Age Wyatt Wingfoot Jack Kirby Stan Lee Joe Sinnott, I think, masterpiece.
Very nice.
And other than that, all my new comic book new comic book day stuff from last week. And my wife over Christmas, because of her recent medical issues, she wasn't able to go shopping or do much, but she did order me, and I can't even find, but she ordered me like a pile of 30 issues, lot off of eBay, of old 1984, 85, 86, 2000 AD Judge Dredd's that
that's cool.
I used to have and used to buy when I was in high school.
Right.
But then in my recent stupidity, sold them over the years. And I saw them online, and I said, hey, if you ever want to buy me something, let's get some Judge. I'm always looking to re-up my Judge Dredd collection. And she hooked me up with those as a Christmas gift, and I didn't know they were coming. And she gives me 2 packages with no kidding, 30 copies of old 80s, early 80s Eagle comic Judge Dredd stuff. And then and more up Jeff's alley, I got some Jim Ballant Boo Cat tarot stuff.
It was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
I asked for one cover and they gave me both, but I took
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to see how he did the art in there. Like he used different art paper in there. He used
Yeah,
his normal.
he used
Yeah,
that brown paper and made
yeah,
it like a Christmas Carol tale,
yeah,
except it was really kinky and dirty. But other than
yeah.
that,
It was pretty cool. Yeah, so he's releasing
got
like a vol.
Shuri.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
hot
nice.
comic, no? Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
From Lady Fantastic. Thank you so
that's
much.
always good.
And all of these right here are all of them DC Universe variants from Lady
Wow.
Fantastic and Tacoma.
Wow.
This
Nice.
a good Christmas. So
Very
she
nice.
sent me those, the
Very
Shuri,
nice.
and Tacoma helped me finish off these, so I can show you these books because I know that as red-blooded men, we're gonna want to look at these. These my updated Dave Stevens covers.
Oh,
Ooh.
that baby Yoda on your shirt scared me there.
Oh, you think this is scary? You really think this is scary? This?
No, I didn't see it. I hadn't seen it, the broadcast, until you sat back, so all of a sudden I saw the face. Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I got that for Christmas too. So
Very
that creeps people out too. That's fun. It creeps the dog out, which is my favorite thing. So these are the updated Dave Stevens covers that I got. Got this from Tacoma.
Nice.
And I got the last one, Airboy. So some of the last ones I'm going to need are going to be the Chevaliers.
Is that Valkyrie's first appearance in that one? In that
Nice.
One would hope or wish, but no, not even Marvel. I don't even think he did anything for Marvel, did he? Or DC?
No. But in that Skyboy, the character Valkyrie for that company, is that her first appearance in that Skyboy, or is she from the 50s or 60s?
I wouldn't be able to give you an answer on that because I have no idea. I bought it.
I got you because I picked up the Valkyrie series when I was younger, before I even saw the Airboys. So that's really nice.
Very nice.
It was one of his last.
Bad Planet. Very nice.
It is from like early 2000s, maybe 2006 or so. Because I think he got leukemia towards the end before he passed.
Crossfire, that's nice.
I wound up picking up
like
the
Bullseye
entire
almost.
series just for that.
That looked like Bullseye.
Yeah.
Attacking Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, pretty much.
It does look a little bit, a little rapey.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's the Bill Cosby edition.
Oh, too soon.
That DNA agents is amazing.
Yes.
Good to know.
Entire run of Crossfire and DNA agents, but because I wound up running out of room and running out of bags during the holidays, and I was putting together packages for my crew, I went, yeah, Miracle Man could use all of this, can't he?
That's real nice too.
This is my favorite one, despite the fact this is the one that costs all the money. I wish I had a creature one.
That's great.
A creature number one would cost me about $500, just raw, just a copy, period.
Sure.
Nice. I've seen that one before. I've seen that one.
Great.
Yeah, I've seen that one in other shops and stuff before. I just never knew it was him.
Little head amongst the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This one I picked up from this garage sale guy that posted on OfferUp. That's how I wind up with these gems.
Who drew that?
Also Dave Stevens.
Oh, is that Dave? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
These are all Dave Stevens covers. And this is the last one that I have. This one was
very nice.
Puma.
Nice.
Very nice.
Strangely enough, So this Space Vixens here is a wraparound cover. So when you take this out of the bag, the back cover is this.
Nice.
Ah,
So this was used twice. This is the second time it's been used.
ah,
So those
that's
are all the
cool.
Dave Stevens covers I have. Anybody that has extra Dave Stevens covers, let me know. But I'm not on Instagram or Twitter right now, so let Lady Fantastic know. We're comics on the mind.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
since Anthony got to go soon, and Rob, what you got going on this week?
Come up on the Not Near Mint show on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are going to be doing When Comic Books Meet Reality. We are going all in on chaotic good because we've been a little chaotic neutral lately. So we want to speak for the whole community. We want to be able to be a positive outlook on outreach. And we're still going to be interviewing people, but I'm just kind of taking a step back from social media at the moment. Do want to have Anthony on the show if you're up for it. We would love to have you on, but if you can't this Wednesday, that understandable as well.
Yeah, just send me an invite if you can, or let me know.
Yeah,
I think you have my Gmail and all that.
Let me put in the private chat my phone number just so you have it.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yep.
Hopefully I just didn't put that in the regular chat. Oh no.
No, it's in the private chat. You'll be getting
I
random
have
phone
like
calls.
3 people. I have like 3 people on Twitter right now going like, I have your address. Oh, that's fine. And then I see like 1, 5 and going, yep, they got it.
I got it. What time do you do the show, Rob?
10 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday. We start off showing books, and we do the interview first thing. If people want to be there to do the interview first, if you need to be in there later, we can wait to do it then. If you want to stick around the whole broadcast, we're just going to be shooting the shit about comic books and how it related to the real world and how the real world is kind of affected comic books.
Sounds good. Yeah, just I'll message you or I'll hit you up or whatever. So, all right, all good.
Absolutely. Real quick, this is my last thing to say, and I'm done. In the issue number 1 of Namor, King in Black, you had an actual insurrection, and they called it exactly what it was: sedition. So this was a month beforehand. So comics meeting reality, reality meeting comics. I think we're evolving as a society, and we just need to talk more instead of hurt one another. That's it.
Yeah. And then what Anthony got going on? I already know Sunday, but what for the whole week?
Well, I may be appearing on Rob's show, and I'm definitely my book is coming out this week, and I'll be debuting it in DeLand, and then I'll have information about ordering the book on all my social medias and all these webisodes and YouTube videos that I've been appearing on, thanks to you guys.
Right.
And we'll just go from that. I'm calling this issue this is officially the stimulus issue. The new issue. Cool. That's the first issue, and then there's issue number 2. And I'm currently on issue 5. There'll be one more after that, and then I have some other crazy stuff going on this year.
That's always cool.
So yeah. But anyway, all those comics that Rob is displaying, I'll have for sale, in addition to some posters and other swag.
And for that, all Anthony's links are down below in this live stream here. So all you guys would have to do hit him up down below his live stream, all his stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just follow me on Wild Mercury Comics on Instagram and Facebook. Twitter, I have an account, but I never use it. And YouTube, I haven't began broadcasting stuff yet, but mostly hit me up on Instagram because I'm an artsy type, so I like the images. And message me, follow me, and my comics are cheap, man. They're independently created, but they're only $2.99 a piece, and there's other stuff to go with them, and they're black and white. I like to call myself Outlaw Comics, and that I kind of have horror and erotic stuff in it and all that. But it's just an indie comics, and they're cool, and it's you'll be surprised. None of the issues are the same. It's the same storyline, but they go all over the place, and each issue gets better. And I sent Rob a bunch of posters. I didn't forgot about that.
And I get to display them for the audience.
Thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I like to promote.
Yep.
I have nothing to promote for myself, so I promote other people.
Thank you. and Jeff, I'll have some Venerella stuff at the show if you're there, and if not, we'll
That'd be cool.
I'll send you a package. All right.
That'd be cool. And then, well, guys, all I got going on, you guys already know, Cantonese Comic Wednesdays, the Nerdy Collective show with Robert and Mr. White Gloves or Monty, and then I'll have the Extreme Nerd Table with either Anthony, either Rob, either you never know who I have on here, man. Tune in to see what we talk about. We talk about a little bit of everything, so that's all we do. I'll check you guys next week. See you guys later.
Rule one, don't die.
Thank you, guys.